Hello everybody, welcome to today's tier list. Today's tier list will be on NBA logos. I am ranking these purely by how the logo looks. I'm not ranking by how much I like the team or how good I think the team are. I'm going just purely off the logo. I'm quite a casual basketball fan, so hopefully I won't make any mistakes, but if I do, you'll have to forgive me. So, starting off with the Hawks. Pretty on the nose logo, you know, it's got like the hawk in just a bit of a circle. It's not bad, but it's not anything majorly good either, is it? I think it's probably a D tier, not the most interesting. Then we have the Celtics, one of the more well-known teams. They've got like the mascot sort of thing on the logo. Lucky is he called, I think. It's not a bad logo, you know, it's a bit different. It's like not just straight on the nose. I think it's probably a C tier. It gets the job done. Then we have the Nets. A pretty basic one, sort of just like a shield with, you know, a basketball on and nets. The fact that it's black and white does help, makes it look a bit better, but it is a bit boring in it. I think E tier. Okay, next up we have Chicago Bulls. Probably the most famous logo, I'd say. You sort of see people like with this on the hat who probably don't even know it's from basketball because, you know, Jordan and the Bulls were just so big. But the logo itself, I think it's very good, you know. It is just a bit on the nose, you know, it's a bull, but he looks angry, he sort of means business, and it's an iconic logo for me. It's an S tier. You have the Cavaliers. Got like the sword going through just a C. It's a bit different, you know, but is it the most interesting? Not really. I think it's alright, gets the job done again. Probably a C tier. You have the Charlotte Hornets. One of the logos actually says the team name on it. It's just sort of like a hornet with the team name over it. Not the most interesting, but not the worst either. I think similar to the Hawks, you know, a bit straightforward, but gets the job done. Then we have the Mavericks. Sort of like a half basketball, half horse thing going on. Again, sort of a bit straightforward, like, oh, it's a basketball and the animal. Yeah, I think it slots in D tier with the other ones, like that. Then we have Denver Nuggets. It's got like the mountains on it and the pickaxes, you know, from like the gold mining. Goes nicely with the name, but they haven't just like stuck a gold nugget on the badge. They've got the basketball in there, but looks nice. The colours are nice as well, like the blue, red and gold. It looks nice. I think it's an A tier logo. Okay, then we have the Detroit Pistons. It's basically just sort of a basketball-ish looking thing, or a circle. Maybe not even a basketball, with just Detroit Pistons on it. Yeah, it's pretty plain and boring. I think it's F tier. It's not the most interesting logo. Then we have Golden State Warriors. Probably the biggest team at the moment, you know, with all the recent success. Got a lot of fans. Got like the Golden Gate Bridge on it, which sort of fits nicely with the name. It looks quite nice, but you know, it's a bit basic as well. But I think it's definitely deserving a B tier. Then we have the Rockets. Quite a interesting logo. It's only got one colour. It's just like the red, but it's kind of like the R taking off, looking like a rocket. I think it's quite a good one, to be honest. I do quite like it. I'd say it's an A tier logo. I'm a fan. Then we have the Pacers. Just got the P with like the basketball being the hole in the letter P. So it's quite nice, you know. It's got like the lines coming off. Looks like the basketball's moving. The blue and yellow looks quite nice, nice contrast. And, it's a different shape as well, like the P shape's not just round or like shield shape like a lot of badges are. I think it's quite good. I think probably B tier. Then we have the Clippers, sort of just a circle one. I do like how they've sort of got like the L, the A and the C. That looks nice, but it is a bit boring, it's just a circle with sort of LA Clippers on it. Yeah, I think it's E tier. Then we have the Lakers, another really big team. Maybe the most famous team as well. Either the Lakers or the Bulls, I think. Probably the most well-known teams of all time. But the logo-wise, the purple and yellow looks nice, but it is just the name in front of a basketball. So it's certainly, the colour scheme is nice, but the design, it's not the most interesting. I think it's E tier. Then we have the Grizzlies. It's sort of just a bear, but it looks decent, It's kind of like the Bulls logo, but just not as good, It's just the animal they're named after, but it's not like, it doesn't have the same iconic status. It just doesn't look as good. But I think it's decent. I think it fits into C tier, Then we have Miami Heat. Like the flaming basketball sort of going through the hoop. Quite a nice design. Another bigger team again. I do quite like that design, like the flaming basketball, the Heat works nicely. It just looks, the design itself it's quite a nice design, colours are good. I think it's an A tier for me, I'm a fan. Then we have the Bucks. Again, this is another one where you've just got the animal it's named after. Yeah, I think it's similar to Memphis, really, how it's fine, it is the animal, looks decently interesting, but nothing special. I think it's C. Then we have the Timberwolves. Like another sort of basketball background design, with the name around the edge and the Howling Wolf. It's mainly blue, but a bit of green, bit of grey on it. It's not the most interesting to me, it's a bit boring. I think it's probably D tier. Then we have the Pelicans. It's like a pelican holding a basketball, but I just don't really like the colours on it, like the blue and gold and like red, white. It just isn't the nicest colours. It's not the clearest design either, like it's quite hard to tell it's a pelican if you see it from afar. I'm not really a fan, but it's not terrible either. I think it's probably a D tier. Then we have the Knicks, another big team, but again, bit of a boring one, just sort of the name, New York Knicks with a basketball. They've stuck a triangle in the background to try and save it a bit, but yeah, I think it is like better than the Lakers a bit. Like the orange and sort of blue looks a bit quite nice, and they've at least, got like curved text, different size text, the triangles there, but it's still a bit poor. We'll put it in D tier. We have Oklahoma City Thunder up next. Not the most interesting logo again, sort of like the shield with a basketball on it, says OKC, got like two lines in the background. But, the orange and blue's decent, right? Orange, blue, white. It's quite nice colours, but the design, it's not the best, I don't think. I'd say a D tier for me again. Then we have the Magic. Sort of like the basketball, but it looks like it's kind of got like either like a lightning bolt coming off the back of it, and there's sort of stars going, as if it looks like it's some form of magic going on or something. The colours look nice, like the sort of silver, blue, black. Looks nice. Looks like the ball's moving. The stars, the effects sort of fit nicely with the Magic name. I'd say it's an A tier logo for me. I like it. Then we have the 76ers. Again, it's just a basketball. 76ers on it. Says Philadelphia. Yeah, it's pretty bad, to be honest. It's just sort of like the Detroit Pistons in different colours. You know, it's blue, red, and white, just organised a bit differently. I think it's F tier. You have Phoenix Suns. You have the basketball like in front of sort of a sun sort of thing, but also looks like it's moving. Again, pretty plain. Like the yellow and orange isn't the most interesting colours, but you know, fit the sort of suns in nicely. Yeah, it's not great though, is it? I feel like E tier. Then we have the Trailblazers, sort of like, not sure what it's meant to be, but it's like a red and white sort of swoosh, I guess, with lines in it. It's really nice. I do like it. It's a different design, you know. It's like a unique shape. It's the red and white have nice contrast. It's just three colours, red, white, and black. They haven't just shoved the basketball in for no reason. Yeah, I must say I'm a fan. I think it's an S tier logo. It's probably my favourite, to be honest. Then we have Sacramento Kings. It's got the purple on, which is quite a nice colour. You've got like the bottom half of the basketball, then the top half's like mountains. There's Sacramento Kings in the middle. I think it's, you know, quite a clean design, like the purple and grey, good colours. I'm a fan. I'd say it's B tier. Then we have the Spurs, with, you know, just sort of a spur as the logo. Not the most interesting again, but it's fine, I guess, you know, gets the job done, fits the name nicely. I think it's C tier. Then we have the Raptors, which is kind of just a basketball, but kind of maybe looks like there's maybe a claw mark on it. The red and white does look quite nice, but again, it's a bit basic. I think it is better than like the bottom two, but it is pretty basic in it. E tier. Then we have the Jazz. They have like the basketball worked into like a musical note, which I think is quite a nice idea. You know, fits with the name, the Jazz, nicely. The colours are nice. I like the, you know, blue, yellow, green. Looks decent. Fits the name nicely. I think it's an A tier logo. And then we have the Wizards. Got like the, no, what's that? The thing in Washington. Is it the, whatever that's called. So I'm not American, so I'm struggling. But yeah, it's got that, but it's on sort of just like a basketball. It's got the star. It's a bit boring again, isn't it? It's sort of just a blue, white, and red basketball again. But it does have the pillar on that's in Washington. Is it the Memorial? No, it could be the Memorial. That's something else, I think, though. You know what it is. I'm sure Americans will tell me, or anyone. You don't need to be American to know that. It's quite well known, but it's just slipping my mind at the moment. I think just having that in sort of puts it up from the bottom tier, but it's still pretty bad, isn't it? No, it's still bad. It's in the bottom tier. It's a bad logo. Not a fan. So that's my logos from the NBA ranked. Again, just remind you all, this is logos only. It's nothing to do with the teams or how good I think they are or if I like them. It's just, do I like the logo? If you want to see any other tier lists, feel free to suggest them in the comments and I'll probably do them. If you've watched the video this far and enjoyed it, feel free to leave it a like. You can subscribe to my channel as well. They will be getting a new tier list every day. I hope you all enjoyed, and goodbye.